digital ID, Alex, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to speak to you and Wide Awake Media wanted to speak to you. It's a major topic, particularly here in the UK. We've got Keir Starmer in power. I'm pretty certain under the leadership or guide of Tony Blair, who's been pushing digital ID in this country for as long as I've been politically active, since the 90s. Go digital ID. I'm going to just chuck it over to you.
Well, digital ID is going to be one of the critical pieces of the puzzle for the digital control grid that they're building. Bill Gates and the UN talk about digital public infrastructure. And of course, digital ID won't happen in a vacuum. It is paired with digital currency. It is paired with the tokenization of assets existing now on the digital ledger blockchain, universal blockchain ledger that the Bank for International Settlements is building. And one of the reasons why the digital ID is so insidious is because it is going to create a permanent record of everything you do. See, I think people right now are thinking of digital ID as like, well, yeah, I just show it when I get on an airplane, or if I want to buy a pack of cigarettes, if I don't quite look, 30, that's just when I need an ID. No. They want you to need a digital ID to access anything and everything. Oh, you want to go on the internet? Where's your digital ID? Oh, you want to make a comment on an article? Where's your digital ID? Oh, you want to tweet something out? Where's your digital ID? Oh, you want health care? Oh, yeah, you definitely are going to need your digital ID. Oh, you want to make a bank transaction? You want to make a purchase? Where's your digital ID? And so, first of all, it creates a permanent log of everything you ever do. And that would be bad enough in a normal world. Once you apply AI to that and realize they don't need infinite bureaucrats to go through all your stuff, they've got the technology now to sort through it and build a detailed profile on you that'll be more detailed than even you understand about yourself, and they'll be able to predict what you might want for dinner tonight, is how detailed this will be. You realize the Orwellian implication. It is the truest panopticon that has ever been contemplated, even more than the original panopticon, right? And so this is one of the problems. Then the second problem comes in the fact that it is critical to the control grid, right? And so when you combine it with, for example, the social credit system that's been rolled out in China, which is just a pilot project for the world, by the way, it's not just going to stay in communist China, you realize that your ability to access all of these things, your ability to have privilege, you forget rights, no more rights, you have privileges. Your ability to exercise your privileges now becomes entirely dependent on your compliance and what you have attached to your digital ID. So if you're a good slave, you might be able to get some real food. Don't have to eat a bug burger. You might be able to get your child a semi-reasonable brainwashing masquerading as education. You might even be able to get a passport and travel. You might get a bigger carbon budget. If you don't, all of your options will be restricted. And I don't just mean your economic options. I don't just mean where you can work, what you can buy. I'm talking about the most basic freedoms that have been under assault just for the last few years. And I mean, I need people to realize here, we're not just talking about the normal freedoms like freedom of speech and freedom of religion. We're talking about things that you didn't even think of as freedoms a few years ago, right? Like think back to COVID. Suddenly you couldn't go to work. Suddenly you couldn't visit grandma as she's dying in the hospital. Suddenly you couldn't see your friends and have a beer or a coffee together. Those are the kinds of things I'm talking about. You will be entirely boxed in, entirely at the mercy of your overlords. And the digital ID is the on-ramp for this totalitarian dystopia. And once you take it, there's no way off, right? You can't just say, well, I think I don't like my digital ID anymore. Okay, well, you're not going to be able to do anything, which means you will die, which means you must have your digital ID. So folks, understand the digital ID in and of itself is not the problem. The digital ID is a critical component of a machine that's being built to enslave you and your children and your grandchildren, assuming you are fortunate enough to have any with this population control regime, and it will be the end of human freedom for the indefinite future.